Adequate notice of the meeting was given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act by the Board Secretary to at least 2 newspapers on January 3rd, 2025, and this meeting has been posted on the Township Bulletin Board, Electronic Message Board, WCTV, and on the Township website.
Thank you, Grace. Salute to the flag. Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And justice for all.
Okay. Grace, roll call, please.
Mr. Carroll,
Here.
Mr. Murphy,
Here.
Mr. Polito,
Here.
Mr. Toole is absent, Mr. Toro is absent, Mr. Wojciechowski is absent, Councilman Ullman is absent, Mayor Komari is, no, Mayor Komari,
I'm actually here, yes.
Chairman Sabino.
Here.
Let the record reflect, also in attendance are Attorney Lou LaMattina, Engineer Paul Azzolina, Planner Joe Burgess, and Board Secretary Grace Cage.
Thank you, Grace. Please read the public portion.
To participate in the general public portion of the meeting, please click the link below to join the webinar. You'll be asked to state your name and address for the record, and we ask that only one person speak at a time. This public comment portion is only for non-agenda items. Time is set aside later in the meeting to address questions or comments about current agenda items. If you are participating by phone, press star 9 to raise your hand and star 6 to unmute. At the end of the general public portion, no further general questions or comments will be accepted.
Thank you, Grace.
For the record, Mr. Toro has a mic on, sorry.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to open the public portion?
Motion. I'll second.
Roll call. Oh, I'm sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to address the planning board on agenda items that are not on this evening's agenda? No? Anyone on video that would like to address the planning board?
No. Mr. Montina is, doesn't seem to be.
Did Lou sign off? Sorry for the technical difficulties.
There it is, okay.
Oh, there's Lou.
There's
All right.
Okay.
Okay. If no one wants to address the planning board, do I have a motion to close the public portion?
Motion. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. I would like to change up the agenda for this evening. I would like to first discuss the housing plan with Mr. Joe Burgess.
Closed session or not?
Lou, should we go into closed session on the housing plan discussion, or is that?
I'm not sure what's being discussed, but I ordinarily know about litigation. Joe, is there any reason that you know of to be in closed session?
No, I just know that in some municipalities, they do that because there's always the threat from various entities. But I'll leave that up to you.
Well, again, I have no idea what you're going to be discussing.
The basic plan components. Not quite.
Are you going to go into specifics on any certain any specific
Yes.
property?
Yes.
There you go.
Then maybe you should be in closed session.
Okay.
So you need to amend the agenda unanimously to add a closed session item for the housing plan. So you should ask for a motion.
Okay, do I have a motion to amend this evening's agenda to include a closed portion?
So move.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry.
I'm sorry. Mayor?
Either one of us.
Go ahead, Mayor.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
Okay, I'll second it.
Okay. Roll call?
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You have to say we're coming back.
Okay.
You have to
Any opposed?
indicate that we're coming back.
Any opposed? Okay, at this time, I would ask for everyone to leave the chamber, and we will be back from closed portion once Mr. Burgess is able to give his testimony on the housing plan. All permit approval for East Glen Avenue, block 2503.03, lot 5. Is the applicant here?
Do we know if those other two people who were here?
Not in the hall.
Yes, we spoke with them, I said they were for a different application.
Oh, okay.
They were noticed, but they're not, there's no
Oh.
other application.
For the band, maybe.
It was 311 Walnut.
Yes.
They did not
Oh,
um,
okay.
execute their notice
Oh,
properly.
okay, all
so they
right.
never
Well,
made
thank you.
that.
I didn't want to start without them if they
Yes.
were here for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
The applicant is supposed to be on Zoom.
Is Ms. Carter on? Yep.
yeah.
I see her.
Oh, I don't see it.
I'll put her on. Yes.
Ms. Carter, are you on? Can you hear us? Ms. Carter?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you also see me or
We cannot see you.
why can't you see me? That's weird.
Is your video on?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm so sorry.
No problem. Then Lou, if she's not on video, she cannot testify, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And just so I'm clear, how many members do we have? We had, I think we had 6, but do we have a 7th? Is Mr. Ullman?
No.
Great.
4, 5, 6, 7. There's
Yeah,
7.
we have 7.
Perfect. Thank you.
So, would you like to commence?
Yeah, Lily, just try to get your camera on or try to maybe re-log in and I'll start. She's gonna be answering some questions if there's questions, so I'm gonna need her to set that.
Okay.
But I'll start and we'll see if she can hopefully get the camera on. Good evening, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Mayor, members of the board. We're here on a reauthorization for a resolution. It's your resolution PB 2308. It was approved back in February of 2023 for a minor site plan review and a major soil movement approval. It's the location, there's no street address yet, but it's East Glen Avenue, lot 5, block 2503.03. At that time, there was a.
I'm sorry. Can you give us your name? Name and position.
Yes, Blagoya Petresky Law Offices, Riverdale, New Jersey, and I'm the attorney for the app.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So. Okay. So the application was for a single family dwelling, about 2,500 square feet. The application conformed with all zoning rules, so there was no variances requested. There was one waiver, and that was, actually, there's 2 waivers, one for the need for a topographical mapping of the surrounding lands, and the second was a waiver on the RSIS, the Residential Site Improvement Standards, because of the size of the lot. Everything was approved by this board unanimously, I believe, in February 2023. Since then, we are seeking an amendment to the resolution. The resolution in on paragraph 11, and I'll read this into the record so that it's clear what we're asking to be amended. The application number 11, the applicant proposed removal of 51 trees, 11 of which are classified in the arborist report as dead, and 4 of which are classified as dangerous. A total of 9 trees ranging in the size between 8 inches and 32 inches shall be preserved within the undisturbed areas of the site. So since this approval, those 9 trees were removed from the site. And so we are seeking the board's reauthorization with the same exact plans. There's no changes to the site plan, with the exception of the removal of those 9 trees. Just so the board has a little bit of a background, there was a summons issued by the town for the removal of those 9 trees. I was representing the defendant here, the applicant. The resolution of that case was a dismissal of the charges with a remediation of planting of 15 trees throughout the town. So the town, I believe it was the township administrator picked the areas, and so there was 15 trees that were replanted, and as a result, that summons was dismissed. I don't know if the board wants, I can put in into evidence an email from Mr. DiCarlo, which I believe is the administrator, advising that the tree planting was completed. All 15 trees were planted. So I
We'll
will
mark that as,
Yeah, I'll just, can I mark this A1 and
yes.
just.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
No.
Right. Yes, sir.
Thank you. So essentially that's the request today. We are not requesting any other changes to the resolution. We will comply with all the requirements that were agreed to back in February of 2023. And again, we are seeking amendment to the resolution stating that those additional 9 trees were removed. Basically, that there were to be 60 trees removed from the lot instead of the 51 that were approved back in 2023. At this time, I'm going to call Ms. Carter as my first and only witness. If we can have her sworn in.
Lou, can you please swear in?
Keep the right hand and repeat after me. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
I do.
Okay, Ms. Carter, if you could just give the board I know I already did, but just a brief overview of the project and what you're looking to do.
So all I really want to do is build my house there as planned, 2,500 square feet approximately, over 2 floors and maybe a little bit over 500 square feet on a garage. And I don't want to change anything. Even the layout is the same as the people before me who owned it before me. I didn't even change the layout that was originally there from maybe 10, 15 years ago.
And so is it your testimony today that the approval that was from 2023, you're not making any changes to that site plan, is that correct?
No.
Okay.
I didn't change the site plan even from the Russo family. When they owned it, they had their own plans. I just used the same footprint and everything, just naturally added what the town required in terms of the drawings. So that's it.
And as part of that approval back in February 2023, you agreed to be subject to
I
18
can't.
condition. There's 8. I'm sorry. As part of the February 2023 approval, you agreed to be subject to 18 conditions
Right.
for the approval. You still agree to be subject to all 18 of those provisions.
Yes.
And you're just requesting an amendment to provision number 11, which said that there was going to be 51 trees being removed, and now it's going to be 60 trees. Is that correct?
Yes.
Open it to the board if they have questions for Ms. Carter.
Any questions from any of the board members of Ms. Carter? No? Okay.
And we have no other witnesses.
Okay.
So we respectfully request that the board give the approval. As I previously stated, we're not making any change to the site plan. There was the issue of the removal of the trees that was remedied. We worked with the town and with the municipal court. They are satisfied with the 15 trees. That was the resolution we had entered. So we respectfully request that this board reapprove the resolution with that one change. Thank you.
Thank you. Lou?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I spoke to the Washington Township prosecutor, Mark DeMaria, about 2 hours ago and got all the information about the pending case. He indicated the summons is not yet dismissed, but there is a plea agreement and that the matter is on for June 10th for dismissal and acceptance of the plea. The plea is that the applicant has planted 15 trees at a location designated operated by the town, I believe, DeCarlo. So that would satisfy the criminal case. This board still has jurisdiction to deal with what happened. But given the fact that the town participated with Mr. Di Maria and the applicant, it would be my recommendation that this board agrees that the remediation would be the 15 trees already planted. The other question or statement I have in question is the applicant is going to or will or has planted the 80 other trees set forth in paragraph 11. Is that correct, counsel?
That is part of the approved plans. They will be planted as construction goes. So yes, we are agreeing to the 80 trees, yes.
that's
Also,
the 40.
just for the record, we got the dismissal on May 1st. I will, if you give me a second, I can try to look it up. Maybe Mr. Di Maria's confused. I got one case, he's got 30 a session, but May 1 is when it was dismissed. I will look that up to confirm, but I believe May 1, the municipal court matter was dismissed.
Okay, yeah, I don't think it's too important because there is an agreement according to Mr. Di Maria. And as I understand, the town has agreed to that and they're already planted. So that's a good thing. And again, just to reiterate, the 48 emerald green arborvitae to be planted on the easterly border adjacent to the Garden State Parkway right of way, and 32 deciduous trees consisting of 16 sugar maples and 16 black gums, 3-inch caliper or better along the northerly and southerly borders. So that's going to be complied with.
That is correct. We will comply with that and all the other provisions that were requested back in 2023.
Given that stipulation, Mr. Chairman, I have no other questions or concerns, but it is up to this board to approve the amendment to the resolution, which basically will recite that trees were removed in derogation of the board's February 8th, 2022 resolution. Municipal summons was issued, and pursuant to that case, the applicant has planted 15 trees to the approval of the borough, township, and that would be what the resolution says.
Okay, and Lou, just to confirm, council has mentioned that you will comply with the resolution which is on page 7, paragraph 11, right?
Yes, we will comply with the other plantings that were previously agreed to, the 80 total. There was a breakdown, but the 80 total trees will be planted as part of the plan. Yes.
All right. Any questions of any of my board members, of council or Ms. Carter? Okay. Do I have a motion to approve? Oh, I'm sorry. Do I have a motion to open the public comments?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone in the audience? No one in the audience? Anyone on video? None? Do I have a motion to close public comments?
So moved. Second.
Roll call?
Motion to approve.
Yeah. So do I have a motion to approve the amendment?
Motion. A second.
Roll call?
Mr. Carroll,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Toro,
Yes.
Mr. Polito,
Yes.
Councilman Ullman,
Yes.
Mayor Calamari,
Yes.
Chairman Sabino.
Yes,
Thank you.
resolution is approved.
Thank you. Have a good evening, everybody.
Thank you.
See too.
Thank you.
Oh, something painted. Okay. All right.
Can somebody tell me what am I doing now?
I'm gonna remove you.
You can log
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Bye. Good night.
Last agenda item is the minutes, April 19th, 2025. Do any of the board members have comments? on the minutes?
Mr. Chairman, I just had one minor correction. Last page. The paragraph that starts with Mayor Calamari, down at the bottom, there's an extra "the" in there. It says stopping work is the under the authority.
Yeah, I have corrected that.
Okay,
Yep.
that's all I had.
Any other comments? None? Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Roll call?
Mr.
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Polito,
Yes.
Mr. Toro,
Yes.
Councilman Holman,
Yes.
Mayor Calamari,
Yes.
Chairman Savino.
Yes. Okay, any board member have any comments that they would like to bring forth to the planning board? Thoughts, epiphanies, stories, Bangkok, Thailand stories?
Mr. Chairman, where do I send the bill for my $58 lobster dinner that got cold while I was talking to Mark? Raise the hand.
Send it to Mark.
Okay.
All right.
I don't want it to get paid. I just want to send it to somebody. What a dinner, though. Wonderful.
Okay.
Uh,
With no comments, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night, everyone.